The story, A Triumph of Surgery, is written by James Herriot and it revolves around a small dog named Tricky and his over-loving owner, Mrs. Pumphrey. The story highlights how excessive love and care can sometimes harm rather than help. Tricky is a small dog who lives a very luxurious life. His owner, Mrs. Pumphrey, loves him deeply but expresses her affection in an unhealthy way. She constantly feeds him rich and fatty foods like cream, cakes, chocolates, eggs, and malt. She even gives him Horlicks and wine to keep him healthy. Because of this overfeeding, Tricky becomes extremely fat, lazy, and inactive. As time passes, Tricky's condition worsens. He stops showing interest in activities, lies around all day, faints heavily, and appears dull and lifeless. Mrs. Pumphrey becomes very worried about his health and calls the veterinary doctor James Herriot to examine him. When the doctor arrives, he immediately understands that Tricky is not suffering from any serious illness, but rather from overfeeding and lack of exercise. He advises Mrs. Pumphrey to cut down his diet and give him more physical activity. However, she finds it difficult to refuse Tricky's demands and continues spoiling him. Eventually, Tricky's health deteriorates further and the doctor decides to take him to his surgery at clinic for proper care. Mrs. Pumphrey is extremely anxious but agrees, believing that Tricky needs urgent treatment. At the surgery, the doctor does something surprising. He does not give Tricky any medicines. Instead, he puts him on a strict diet and initially gives no food at all, only water. Tricky starts to feel hungry and this natural process helps him body begin to recover. Soon he starts moving around, playing with other dogs and regaining his energy. Gradually Tricky returns to normal. He becomes active, playful, and healthy again. The simple routine of controlled diet and exercise proves to be the best treatment. Meanwhile, Mrs. Pumphrey keeps sending baskets of full eggs, wine, and other rich food items for Tricky's recovery. However, instead of giving them to Tricky, the doctor and his staff enjoys these treats themselves. After a few weeks, Tricky is completely cured. When Mrs. Pumphrey comes to take him home, she is overjoyed to see him healthy and energetic again. She calls it a triumph of surgery, believing that the doctor performed a great medical miracle. However, the real truth is that Tricky's recovery was not due to any complex medical procedure but simply due to the proper diet, control, exercise, and discipline.